Good morning, good morning. It is Motivation Station with Rose and Sanjay. Rose, good morning, and oh, what timing? Hold on, let me see if I can get her back. No, something broke. She was just here. She's actually in sunshine and in warmth where I wish I was, but it's not bringing. Okay, I was gonna force disconnect, but looks like. Oh,
I'm
all right.
right here.
I got you back. Hey, how are you?
Oh, I definitely need a moment to talk.
Well, definitely catch your breath, but it's nice to see
I need a
ocean.
moment to talk. I promised you, Tom, please. They're actually all over me. I can rotate if you want me to. I promised and I did deliver. As we spoke last week, my flight was moved to Monday, and today is the first day of all of my vacation when it's actually nice, sunny, and actually it's okay to lay down at the beach and have some tan because it's been so cold. It's been 60, 50 degrees. Obviously, it's not cold as where you are.
Oh
But for
no.
Florida and having a beach vacation is definitely a coldy coldy.
Yeah, no,
But
definitely. It's probably opposites at this point because I mean you're on the beach obviously. I see you're wearing like at least like a jacket kind of thing. It is 11
yeah,
degrees. It is 11 degrees outside right now. And then
I am definitely.
to make matters worse, our heater died. So we have an electric
Oh
heater that we're getting by with, but it's awful. And now I'm looking at you in the warm sunshine, not a cloud in sight. I mean, the sunshine looks nice out here, but it is freezing.
no!
It is
Yes,
really
I'm
cold.
sending everybody out warm weather, but I
Please
would
do.
like to share something.
Sure.
Um, the day when I canceled my flight or I moved to work on Monday, I had a feeling all day something's happening, something's happening, something's happening. And I was like, maybe it's a good thing that I didn't fly out. Maybe something should have happened, right? Sometimes, when you miss a flight, like your plane crashes or something. I don't want to go over that
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
but
yeah. I
you know
know.
what
Yeah.
I mean. So, and the next day, on Sunday, my sister called me, and and she usually calls me when something really bad happens, right?
Hmm.
Usually she texts me and she calls me. I know something happened. I'm like, what happened? And the day when I moved my flight last Saturday, was we spoke at the show. I was saying hello to Monday people, and my my first uncle's wife was diagnosed with cancer, and she had surgery coming up on Monday. Actually, it was on Tuesday, thyroid cancer. And I was like, wow. And her surgery went really rough. She was on oxygen after the surgery, and now she's slowly recovering. She started eating. We were praying for her. And then my uncle, my second uncle, he had a stroke
Oh.
and he went to the hospital. Now he's recovering. He's home. And then I was like, okay. And then one more thing happened, which I was like, I still don't know how I'm surviving this moment, but I'm trying my most. And my cousin, she is due for a baby about this week. She's supposed to have a baby. It's 1 week left till you raise the baby. Everything's ready, the room,
Mhm.
and her blood pressure went up. She went to the hospital, and her baby died. So I don't want to be pessimistic today, but I want to just,
Listen, no,
in
you
the
have
last
every
six
right.
months, yeah,
Yeah.
in the last 6 months, everything like moved. I already had three things happen to me back in August, and now it's just January, it was just the beginning of the year, and boom, in the end of January, this has happened. And I didn't even know if I wanted to go to this vacation because, like, how am I going to enjoy it? Well, while my heart is bleeding for my cousin and for my family, I made a decision yesterday that I'm going to be doing this psychotherapy and coaching with her because she really needs it. She needs me right now. She can't sleep. She's screaming every night. And I know, I obviously don't know. I'm sure this is the worst thing you could ever have. You waiting for your baby, 1 week left, and your baby dies. And everything happened that day when I moved my
Right?
my plane ticket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I made it. I'm here. It is very, as I say, it was very cold, but I did where my friend lives. It's a beautiful community. They have a hot tub, and you know what, hot tub is better than
Hmm. Yeah,
better
I've
than
been.
anything. And this is my first time actually making it to the beach, and I'm super excited. Actually, where I'm sitting, there's no trespassing. I am a mile away from Trump's house. Hopefully.
Mm, mm,
There's no cameras and no cops is trying to out. There's a camera right there. I see.
it's
Okay.
okay.
I am
It,
not
it,
doing anything bad. Okay, camera.
it's okay. You'll see a video upload later. Like, look at this crazy lady talking to the camera, sitting on the beach. No, you're good. Um.
So yes, this is my news, and I went to the jazz yesterday. We went to see. We were at the art museum. There was a Rembrandt exhibition. It was really nice. And
Oh
then
yeah,
we were
I
there.
saw a picture. Yeah, yeah.
Very nice. And then I did try to do at least one or two things a day as scheduled.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
first off, like honestly, my condolences to your cousin. I'm not gonna even say I can relate or understand what she might be going through. And I appreciate you still showing up, even on the podcast, and you're still gonna be able to spend time with her too, which is great. Um, we will definitely pray for her on our side here. For
thank you.
it is. Tragic is not even the word I can use. I feel like that's not powerful enough, but really, I I I'm at a loss of words, and I appreciate that you're still making the most of it, because it's, especially when you're feeling it too. It's like, how can you support someone when you're feeling it too? But the best, I know you, right? I know you well enough to know that, like, you will, like, whatever power, whatever capacity you can be there for her, you will be there, and you have this coming up, and you're still doing the best you can with it, but like, it doesn't hurt to kind of like heal yourself a little bit too, right? Because, like, I think I've been in not exact similar situations and stuff, but sometimes if someone else is down, like, I can't be down and be there for them too. That's too much, because then, at some points I feel like we're both drowning. So, you do what you need to do, you get your little rejuvenation back, and it's not like you're not trying to be there. It's not like you're just denying them, hey, like, I need Rose, and you're like, hey, I can't be there for you. You're just trying to recuperate yourself, because you've been through it as well. And yeah, I mean, please give her our condolences on that. And I hope that time will heal, right? I mean, it's a scar that's never going to go away, but I'm hoping that time will heal, and she can get back on her feet, and just know that she has a lot of love and support out there, whether it's me, viewers, whoever it may be, just that we're here, right? but
Absolutely.
but
Right now, all we can do is just say, "Hey, I'm here for you."
yeah, and pray.
And I
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
it.
the best we can give to others. Just to say, "Hey, I love you, and I'm here for you."
Funny, well, not funny enough, but like, I mean, sort of weird, relatable story because I was actually gonna bring up a situation as well. So I mean, I called this today's episode, sunshine and love, which essentially is what it comes down to, right? Because sunshine, there's sunshine on both ends, except yours is just a little bit better than mine. But
It's definitely a very clean beach.
on Thursday, right?
Beach where Trump goes. Okay.
Wait, you're in Miami,
I am in the West Palm Beach, and
West Palm Beach.
a
Okay,
mile away from his residence where his
okay.
house is, and this
I
is where all of his friends and I don't know who lives in the neighborhood, but the
Yeah, that's
Uber
nice.
took me so many ways today. I could just first of all, he didn't speak English,
Of course.
and I was so like, I'm like, listen, I have a show and I have to be on time. First, he brought me somewhere totally different, and I said, "Where's the beach?" He said, "Ooh." I'm like, "La playa." I'm like, "Where's La playa?" I said, I'm on time. Like, come
Just
on.
you gotta pull out
So
your phone and start using translator apps and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to go
I
here."
did, and then he brought me here, and it says no trespassing, and I'm like, "Listen, I can't even trespass in here. I'm gonna go to jail. What are you doing?" And he's like, "I don't know where to go." I'm like, "You know what? I'm just gonna get off. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna get off. I'm gonna break the law."
yeah. No, it's
And
nice.
we have the proof that I'm not breaking the law. I'm not doing anything. The Uber guy, it just took me everywhere. It cost me double of my price when I was supposed to spend, but which is fine. It
Mm.
happened. And
Yeah,
first he brought me to the Ford dealership. I'm like, what am I here for? He said, this
yeah.
is not a
No,
beach.
but hey, listen, you made it. I think something similar like that has happened before, where I was trying to follow GPS, and then the GPS took me to like a private, like military, like base, and I was like,
Mhm.
oh, I must have like I had to pull in because it was like a walled one way, so you have to go through. And at the time, I was working for DirecTV as a contractor, so all I have in my back seat are a bunch of like dishes, like the TV dishes and stuff. So I'm pulling up to an airbase full of TV dishes looking mad suspicious. And I'm like, sorry, my
Yeah.
GPS put me in the wrong direction. And they started like, I had like four people surrounding my car. They're like, what's in here? What's all this and all this? And I'm like, so sorry. Yeah. So no, I get that, getting freaked out where you're not supposed to be. But anyway, so Thursday, I had a really rough day. I had a really bad day. And it was mainly
Ooh.
because the job I work at, I'm still there. Things are going like like, as far as the client part goes, it's going well. Like I'm doing my work. It is busy, but I'm getting things done. But I had a meeting with my team, like my manager that I report to, and
Yeah.
he was asking for certain things to get done, and I was like, I can't get it done because there's too much work, but we're doing our best, right? So he said, okay, okay. So then towards the end of the meeting, he asks everyone to leave the meeting except for me. So now I'm like, all right, I'm about to get yelled at, or I might even get fired at this point. I don't know, right? But at that point, I didn't care. So he holds a meeting and he's like, we have these high expectations and we told you what we needed from you and you didn't deliver. What are we going to do about this? And I'm like, what do you want from me? Like, there's too much work. Like, I can't mix the work. I literally almost do double the work my team does together. Like, I have two other team members, and I'm not saying they're bad, but they're still picking up the pace of work. I already have this drive for work. And they're just like, well, we need you to do more. And I'm like, how much more can I possibly do? Right. So like, like I figured out a situation, but like he made me like when he was talking to me, he said something to me that I felt personally attacked. He said, Sanjay, you're a very greedy person. You only care about yourself and not your team. And I was like, hard Paul. I had to stop him. I was like, before you continue, you need to take that back. I was like, all I do is support my team. I was like, I don't know if you talk to them. I don't know if you ever ask them how I do, but every single day, every little thing they do, they ask me for help. And I don't mind it. They're learning. Sometimes they don't, but like most of the time they ask me for help, and I'm like, I'm constantly supporting them and doing my own work. So how can you make me do even more work on top of that, right?
Yeah.
And like he was just like, I don't deny that, but you still need to do more. And I'm like, you're not hearing me out. So I just stayed quiet because at that point, I don't want to say the wrong thing, right? I don't want to rage quit. I don't want to get angry and just start yelling. And I was like, all right, whatever. I'll do what I can do and go from there. So, I started leaning on my team. I'm like, I'm gonna take a step back from doing the local work to do this work. So I need you guys to kind of lock in and start doing some work. And the other thing that pissed me off is he told me that the client that I work for is also unhappy with me, right? And I'm like, that is the biggest bold-faced lie I have ever heard in my life, because I talk to them daily, and we chit chat, we BS. If there's anything I do wrong, they approach me directly, everything, right? So my direct client manager wasn't in on Thursday, but I talked to him Friday, which I'll tell you about too, right? But after that meeting was done, I had to handle a situation where a laptop died, and I couldn't get any other work done. So he's like, "You still didn't do the work." I was like, "I had to fix a laptop that was dead, and no one else could fix it. So what do you want from me?" Anyway, so on my drive home, I texted one of my friends from work because I had to let them know about something rather, and they're just like, "How was your day?" And I was like, "This happened." They're like, "All right, let's go out to drink." And like they said immediately, but then on top of that, she was like, "Call me when you leave work so we can talk." And I was like, how often do people actually say call me to talk to me about what's happening in your day, right? I've had a few rare friends that do that, which is absolutely fantastic. But like, I'm always the one that's like, call me. And like, I could be busy and I'm like, call me anyway. I'll make time for you. Just call me if you need me. So to have like one of my coworkers be like, hey, just call me and we'll talk. You can vent. And I vent to her, and like we went out to like a place to drink and eat, and we were able to share laughs. And then like her boyfriend came out, and like we were all just talking. We had a good time. I was able to forget. But then like I remember leaving, and like I was like, I was still 40 minutes away from my destination even after I called my coworker. So I tried to call a few friends, and like they didn't answer, well, whether it was work or whether it was busy or whatever. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's fine. So like I just had to kind of like deal with the situation like myself at that point. And I was just like really really down about it. And I had no one, and the thing with me is, and I think you know this too, like I just don't like really bothering people. And not that I don't feel like I could be vulnerable with you or even like my wife or anything like that, but like I just keep things to myself. There's certain people that I might talk to because I've talked to them before, but there's certain things I just kind of hold in because like I there's times where there's certain people in my like my one long friend Jazz, like I'll talk to him and he knows that like when I talk about any of this stuff, I'm not looking for an answer, I'm not looking for a solution. He just understands where I'm coming from because he's felt the burnout too, right? But anyway, the next day I talked to the client manager and he's like, hey, you said you wanted to talk. And I was like, yeah, I just want to talk to you about like my situation. And I told him I went through this meeting, and then like I told him like, this is what my manager said to me, and he mentioned that you guys also feel this way, right? And when like sometimes you can tell when like when people are talking to you that like they're BSing. So like if you say something to someone and they're like, oh yeah, that's, oh wow, that's surprising, but they say it in such a tone and way that you're like, nah, you're lying, right? But when I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, they said that you're not happy with me, he went, the fuck? Like he said it just like that, which made me understand that that was a genuine reaction to like what I just told him. Because he's like, I don't feel like, he looked at the other guy with me too, and the other guy was like, like making the face that like it was genuine. They're like, none of us said, and they're like, dude, you're the one holding it together at this job. Like the rest of your folk wouldn't be able to do shit without you. So I told him, I was like, I'm a little bit burnt out, I'm a little bit like not able to like finish all my work because of this. I'm like, I'm doing my best to get through this. And it's like, honestly, man, it's not on you. Like your team needs to pick up some work, and like him yelling at you isn't right. Right? He's like, I'll defend you if you need defense. Like if you need to talk to me, he's like,
Yeah.
just let me know, right? Because like he's like, I don't feel anything that what you said to me. Like he's like, yeah, the work is backed up, and I need you guys to catch up. But he knows that all of us work after hours, all of us work, into the night. All of us sign in on the weekend, things like that. Things he doesn't want us to do to play catch up, and we're catching up. But there's a level of expectation that comes from my contracting company that is unrealistic, right? And we're doing the best we can, but it's not enough. And I'm telling you, I told him and my other senior coworker on his team, I was like, if it wasn't for you guys, like I would have been left. I didn't want to be here. I was like, if I was stressed from this job and then stressed from you guys, I would have been gone. But I was like, people are nice to me, management, like you guys are nice to me, the VPs are nice to me, they'll BS with me. Like I have a lot of good rapport here, and I think that's why I stick around. And he's like, honestly, we appreciate that because like it shows. A lot of people know your name. A lot of people say go to you, A lot of people give you praise. They tell me about you. And it made me instantly feel better. So like it made me realize that like sometimes and that's where like the love part comes in. The love doesn't come from like sometimes the direction you want it to, but when it comes from these different directions, it's a blessing in its own way, So I had a friend be there for me, and like when I told them I was going through hard times, they went straight to let's go drinking because they knew like I could use a drink, I could use some delicious ass food that we got there.
Hmm.
So it was good. And then like I came home, I knocked out. Friday was a good day. Today's just freezing. One of my friends he's going to Myrtle Beach, which I'm sure is gonna be cold over there too. But he's gonna have a view like yours. Like when we go to Myrtle Beach, our view is like what you have. That there's like a little platform that goes straight to the
Yeah.
beach. Like that's what we have. It's such a beautiful thing. Um,
It
but
sounds
yeah,
like
it's just
the main guy that it's just like don't like you or something. Like it's the
he's
same thing happened to me in arcade when the lady just didn't like me. I don't know what the reason was. She just wanted me out and she
he
squeezed me out.
he wanted me to do work that like I understand is important, right? But like he had unreasonable expectations because I feel like he wants to sit on the back end and be praised that he gave a good team while the rest of us burn, right? So when we do good, he takes what we reap. So he takes what we reap and sow, and he's like, hey, look, we're doing a good job. But when things are going south, he doesn't take any blame. He shifts it to me. He shifts it to like, oh, this is on him. He should be doing this. He
So
should.
he's not a
So
great leader.
like no, he's not a leader at all. He's a manager. He's not a leader at all, right?
Oh,
So one thing he had said to me was when we first started this job, he gave a responsibility that I said was too tough for me to do to somebody else, right? That somebody else quit and gave it to somebody else, and then that somebody else quit, and then he didn't give it to anybody. But he came back to me and said, when that second person quit, Sanjay, you should just picked it up and started working with it. And I was like, no, because that's not my task to do. You literally gave this to somebody else to do, and you can't say that I should have just picked it up. All right. And like, I don't think he knows how many hours I put into like the work here, and I don't even ask for anything. Right. But I'm gonna do the best I can for the sake of the client, but I have my doors open, I have my opportunities open. But even my boss is like, dude, like honestly, if it's gonna fail, it's not gonna be on you. Like he says just like that. He's like, if it fails, it's not gonna. They're gonna blame you. They're gonna blame me. I don't mind being the bad guy in their story. I don't care. It wouldn't be the first time anyway, right? But he said if it does fail, he's like, it's not on you. He's like, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And I told him I was like, I'll start doing the other tasks, but I'm gonna give more work to my team. He's like, yeah, give them more work because they need to be doing more work. They need to understand that they need to be doing more work, right? And my team needs to understand that like they can lean on me, but they need to start learning how to do things too on their own. And they're learning. It's at a slower pace. I mean, I've done this kind of work for a long time, and I'm used to being ambitious about, like, if I don't know something, I'll research it. When my team doesn't know something, they'll just reach out to me, and I'm like, Google is your friend, like being able to ask other team members is your lifeline. Like, you can do this, but like, don't just lean on me if you don't know what to do, you know? So, like, it made me feel better, at least the client management. And I know if they could, I think they would, like, maybe a few more months, if I do a little bit better, they would hire me full time with them, But I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'm just trying to write it out because what I started thinking about was the opposite end. I make a good money working here. I had an opportunity come my way. Interview went well, but I didn't get the job. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, I think I just found out last week or this week. I don't remember, but I didn't get the job because the other person was a little bit more technologically knowledgeable, which is fine.
Yeah.
And they still liked me. They liked me a lot. It's just somebody else is a little bit better. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. But I took an opportunity that was gonna pay me significantly less, but like it would have maybe been a better opportunity. So now I'm just thinking about the opportunity I have in front of me, the good money I can make now. It'll allow me to travel. It'll allow me to do this and that. And now I know that like the client at least understands I'm not a problem child. My management might, but I think like I honestly thought he was gonna fire me. Like I thought he was gonna say it's not gonna work out. But the thing is, I think it's too dangerous for them to let me go because I'm too knowledgeable. I'm too valuable. So I think that's why he kind of gave me like a stern kind of conversation. And like towards the
Hmm.
end of that meeting, I was just like, you're trying to play a card to make me realize that I'm that important that I need to work. But more than anything, you're just afraid to lose me. So now I'm gonna play that card in my hand that listen, I am gonna do more. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'll take some work off my plate and give it to them. But now I know how dangerous it is that if I decide to get another job and I say, here's my 2 weeks, I'm gonna be out, I know this guy's gonna have a very, very hard time because he's very not involved in this project. It's crazy. I won't talk about it much more than that, but like what I'm trying to say is like I just I had this happen. I hit this wall. I had people that like I wanted to kind of reach out to for just some support and they didn't. And I just realized I was like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay. I was like, I still have a job. I still make
I'm
some money.
sending you this
The
send you
warm
back.
vibes. No, I'm
Yeah,
about to take a plane ticket
send
and
you
just
back.
take a trip there. It's funny.
Go ahead.
I had a job offer come my way. And it was good money. It was decent money, but they wanted me to relocate to Miami, and I was like, nah. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll revisit it. Maybe I will relocate. Maybe I just need a change of scenery. I need to just be out of here.
Maybe you do. Maybe you do.
I gotta
You
see.
will do.
But needless to say, I turned it around. I'm kind of doing a little bit better. Today, I'm taking one of my friends out drinking because he's going to go to Myrtle Beach next week. I feel bad.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I was investing all my time into people that, like, they don't give me time, right? Now I give my time back to me and I give my time to those people who ask for my time or reach out to me and things like that, who make time for me, right? So it's a beautiful thing. And that actually leads, I think the part of the reason I feel a little bit better as well is there was a quote that I saw. I had to take a screenshot. I normally don't do that, but it caught me. Um,
Yeah.
Darn, can I find it? Man, I'm gonna have to dig. Hold on, I'll find it. But anyway,
That's
so
okay.
is it what like what's the weather out? I mean, I know it's warm, but
Find it. It's
it's like
what it is we're getting ready for a Super Bowl, right? The Patriots and Seahawks will gonna be playing in California this weekend. I don't know what is your plans for a Super Bowl.
mm,
I'm going to be here tomorrow for Super Bowl. We're gonna see if we're gonna go out tomorrow or see if we can watch it on TV. And and on Monday I have a flight afternoon. And this was a beautiful mini trip where I reflected a lot. And
mm,
I needed that. Sometimes you need to get away from your reality to realize where exactly you're going, who you are you going in the right direction, and what is your next,
yeah.
what is your
Um,
next step to your journey that you creating for yourself.
I mean, sometimes you
And
just have to shoot. You have to take breaks for yourself, you know. Um,
absolutely, and I dreamed about this Palm Beach vacation.
for
And here we
ages.
are. It happened out of nowhere. And as I said, I was going into a dispenser meditation,
Mm-hmm.
and everything that I visualize and think about it started happening. And it's important to understand your thoughts are your mind and your emotions is your body. So who you think you are That's who you are at the end of the day. So it's very important when you think about your thoughts and the words that you're choosing towards yourself and others. That's also very important because they're all vibrational in your subconscious mind. It's like a command. Whatever you tell it, it will give it to you.
Right.
Negative, positive, it don't matter. They don't have a filtration.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
And thought about this, and here I am.
There you go. Hey, man, I told you. Remember, I remember you not, you being pretty. I'm not gonna say the word upset, but you were pretty disappointed about not being able to go out last week. So, um, I was gonna say when you sent me the video because I knew you were traveling, but I forgot what they were rescheduled to or whatever. But when you sent me the video, I think on Messenger, right?
Yes,
So I mean, I don't, you can move your camera accordingly if you'd like, but like I was say in that video, I did see palm trees through the rear windshield when you drove by in the car. So I was like, okay, well, I got the palm trees I wanted. Ah, that's beautiful. There it is.
there you
Oh,
go.
that's nice. That's nice. Ah,
I
man.
promised and I delivered.
And like I mean, on the beach side at least, it looks like there's not really that many people out there or anybody out there for that matter.
There's nobody here because it's a private beach for them.
Ah, nice, nice. Okay.
And I'm not supposed to be here.
We don't.
But
Hey,
I
listen.
told Uber I don't have time
We,
to just drop me off.
well, listen. We don't know. We don't know anything. Motivation Station doesn't know anything. We're just enjoying a nice view of the beach.
I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just here I am. I think there's a camera watching me. Maybe yes, maybe not. I don't know what kind of thing is that. Maybe you let me know if it's your IT guy. But I do see some people all the way, maybe half a mile down, and there's nobody else. And I think if I even landed here, I'm by myself. I don't litter. What am I gonna do? I'm not a threat.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I actually found the quote. I don't know.
yes.
I had to dig for it. I don't know why, but it said two things. This one really hit me. It said it said to be happy, you must eliminate two things: the fear of a bad future and the memory of a bad past.
Oh
And I was like, this resonated in me very well. And I was like, you're absolutely right.
wow.
I can't have the fear of a bad future. Like I can't say this is my story forever. And just because I had a bad Thursday doesn't mean it's gonna carry on forever. But it was such a beautiful quote, and I was like, you know what? Everything else is a blessing. Like I said, I had a friend who was like, come out with me, and they were trying to treat me, and I told them I was like, no, this one's on me because you guys took me out. It was happy hour. It was a very nice place in Perth Amboy. Um,
No.
and I told them they're like, hey, we should go out again. And I was telling them that like my wife loves Korean barbecue, so I was like, maybe we should do like a date out to Korean barbecue. So I'm waiting for the weather to get a little bit warmer, but I'm gonna go out for Korean barbecue then eventually. But yeah, reading that quote, like I think I read that quote the same day or like the day after, and I had to just screenshot it and just remind myself of that, and it was just such a good thing.
One thing I've heard this week, which really like I took it like I said, oh wow, I need to keep that in my mind to share with you guys, and obviously always remind myself. Um, Imagine you have 24 hours, and every hour is $1, so you have 24 hours, right? And one person comes, just ruins your day, right? It ruins your hour. So he steals $1. So now you have $23.
Yeah.
So instead of enjoying that $23, forgive that person, release that person, and brush them off. You take that $23 and you give it to that person. You might be giving another $24, which is another day, right? Another $24, another $24 to that person. So you give power to that person to steal your money,
Yeah.
right? Instead of you giving, okay, here's your dollar, have your dollar,
Hmm.
enjoy it. You stole it. Let me now enjoy my rest 23. $100, which equals to 23 hours, and just go back living my life. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, it's maybe a kind of a different perspective,
Hmm.
but it's perspective that people can relate to,
It it's
And I was
perspective.
like,
Yeah, no, it's perspectives that people. I think that's the difficulty in
like
life is
don't
that a lot
steal
of
my
people.
joy.
A,
Oh, we have a wasp.
oh, don't
Oh, a wasp. Oh my
don't
god.
piss off the wasp. But no. So it's perspective that a lot of people don't see and get, right. So like when something, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't like high school, right. And for me it was a little bit different because my perspective wasn't just going to school and learning subjects that I might not be interested in, right. But I feel
Yeah.
like it did help me prepare to see things from different perspectives, right? So when I was given a project, a group project, or whatever, I just thought about it in a way of, okay, you're working as a team, you're working to study, you're working to
Oh,
learn how to do this. Oh, don't take a hit. Also, I'm gonna see you running on the beach.
no, it's just
Also,
like on top of you. Ah, sorry, it's a wasp.
no, you're good. Yeah, and like normally they're aggressive, so you need to be careful. Um, and also somebody commented, they said what's going on here. So it's James FFGG. Hey James, Rose is on a beach
James, hi
somewhere
James.
out there in Florida, and she's enjoying and being attacked by wasps, but she's doing okay. And I'm freezing in Jersey, so that's what's going on right now.
We're balanced over here. We're balanced.
We're balanced,
Happy coat.
exactly. Um, what was I saying? What were we saying? I forgot. You were too busy being attacked, and I don't want you to get stung by a wasp.
The wasp
It's
was right
painful.
on top of you. I'm like, no, 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 get
The
out.
wasp just wanted to be the special guest on the show. It's fine, no worries.
Why not?
Thank you for joining.
Thank
Um,
you. Thank you, James.
Yeah, but
We
sorry,
we're
that's what
good.
we're saying. Perspective. So because of school and I think just events I went through in life, like sometimes I was very narrow minded and see things in a bad way, right? And then
Yeah.
when I changed my view is when I started to like understand that, you know what, maybe this wasn't a bad thing. Maybe this wasn't like uh something bad or something wrong, right? So it took a while for my mindset to kind of hit that point, but now that I do, like I kind of just laugh. I like, if something doesn't go my way, I'm just like, all right, well, it's fine. If several things don't go away, hey, that's fine too. Because somewhere in there, something is gonna go my way. And like, that on that Thursday when things went AWOL, and I went out with like my coworker, they're they reassured me like, hey, like you're not doing anything wrong. We see how hard you're working. And then on Friday when I went to the office, my internal office people are like, you're not doing anything wrong. Like they're more than happy with me. Like we have actually created a nice little bond together, and we have a pretty big week coming up at work because there's like an event happening. So we got to make sure we're ready for it. And if I kept the same mentality that I kept Thursday, where I was like, I'm kind of done with this. Like this, like I don't deserve being treated like this. But like I like it almost dug into me to the point that I almost blame myself for a lot of the situations. Like I was like, maybe I am the problem. But I think because of the reassurance I get from the world around me, and I know this sounds weird, but the lack of reassurance as well made me appreciate like myself more, right? So that in a way, when people weren't there for me and I had to be there for myself, I was like, I can fucking do this, right? I had to look around because my kid was in here, so I don't want to be cursing, but
That's okay.
I had to. She was just in here, that's why. But I had to just be like, I have to do this on my own 2 feet, right? So some of the things that we started to do, which I appreciate, is I think I told you last week, my wife and I signed up for the gym, right? So two things I started doing this week that I think if I was still a different version of myself, I would have crashed and went back to my old ways. So when I stress at work, everybody offers me food, chocolate,
Hmm.
whatever, right? And I
Yeah.
really shouldn't be eating it because being diabetic, it's bad for me and stuff like that, right? I fought against all those odds. So I changed my diet right now to help lower my sugar naturally. So, I'm eating a lot cleaner, and I actually started going to the gym again because my wife wanted to go. So we've gone 2 days this week. And we're hoping to go again tomorrow. But like with my diet going on and with me going to the gym, if I was still like that person that like kind of took a hard hit when somebody like yells at me or something like that, I would have went back to eating the old way and things, and I wouldn't want to go to be motivated to go to the gym and all that. So I'm proud that I was able to uphold even my diet after that. Like I kept true to that. And now even like there's a lot of temptations that come my way and I'm not even phased by it. So I'm kind of proud of myself in that sense. And I feel like I'm in the right direction. And I think this thing that happened Thursday was an obstacle given to me to challenge me, right? To see like, let's see if you really can take that challenge, right? And I think I was able to handle it well. I'm not gonna say I did the best or it couldn't have been better, but I think I was able to handle it well. So yeah, just I'm showing more compassion and love to myself where I feel like I deserve it.
Yes, definitely. For me, it's like relationship with food is very important. Just by looking at how many people lately just have cardiovascular problems, cancer, diabetes, right? Kids are being obese and having autism. It all comes down to what we do and what we eat, our emotional state of mind. It's important how we react, how we handle. Yes, it's tough, especially me, like in 6 months, like six things happen. It's not something that I can control. It's something not control because it's from outside of my control. And it's just like hot water goes on top of it, like boom, right? And I'm like, okay. I still was able to eat my green salads, still was able to have my beautiful breakfast, and of course my go-to snack every single day. It's Greek yogurt with almost a rainbow fruit, something like low glycemic index, like kiwi, berries. It's just it's it's love to yourself. In the end of the day, even the reaction that we have,
Mm,
it's love to yourself.
yeah,
If you love yourself, okay, then you're adult now. How you going to react to
yeah,
it? And I sat down on when I hear this news, and on Monday I was sitting down in the airport, and I said, how am I reacting? My aunt is alive, my uncle is alive. Yes, they're going through some health challenges, but I can't control that. I can
yeah,
only help them
yeah,
or
exactly,
drink the tea
exactly.
better, but that's it. My
Yeah,
cousin, that pain will never go away.
no,
Never. And there's nothing in the world I can say that makes them feel better. The only thing I can do is say, hey, I'm here for you. I love you. And I I said, I am health coach therapist. I can do some therapies with you.
mm,
And I can be with you. Sure. Like you
no,
can let it
yeah,
out. You minimum need psychologist, not psychiatrist in this point. You need a professional therapy.
mm,
For whatever I can do in the scope of my practice, I can definitely help you. At least to understand that you're human, you're supported, you're loved, and you don't need to be strong right now. You
yeah,
can be weak. You can cry. You, but you need to accept
yeah.
what just happened. The faster you accept what just happened, the faster you're going to have the pain gain a little bit more mind.
It's I don't think people appreciate enough how valuable that is, right? So to like I said, I like when I vented to like my friend on the car ride home, like I wasn't expecting an answer. I wasn't expecting like any sort of thing, right? But the power of being able to just let it out, right? That's the best way you can put it, is so relieving to just like let that weight off your shoulder, right? And then the other thing, because like I had a few friends going through tough times too, and they're like, like they apologized to me, and they said to me like, I'm sorry that I'm not okay. Like they said that to me, and I said, listen, it's okay to not be okay. No one's asking you to. Like sometimes we stay strong too long, too hard,
Yeah.
that like we burn ourselves out, right? So it doesn't. It's okay to feel not okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel down, right? The thing
Yes.
after all of that is just like what's really not okay is just to stay there, and especially stay there alone, especially when you have people around you that are showing you love and gratitude, and they want to be there for you in whatever capacity they can be there. I think that's
Yes.
very important. A lot of people lack that, right? So outside of like just motivation station trying to be around for that, I know me and you as individuals, we try to be there for those people as well, right? So it's very important for people to understand that. I just want to say two things, or one thing, sorry. Gina's here, and Gina says, "Hello,
Gina, hi
hello,
Gina.
Rose. It looks so beautiful in the sun. Sanjay and I are in Antarctica right now. Agree, wholeheartedly
I
agree.
just came from Antarctica. It was 5 degrees and
Uh,
8 inches of snowstorm. Okay,
honestly, I think Antarctica is
I know
actually
you came.
warmer. I think Antarctica is actually warmer than where we are right now. But anyway, she says better late than never, gang. Of course, no problem. I hope everyone is having a good day, feeling motivated, and inspired. I'm just hung up, literally. And then she said, that is great, Rose. Even if she goes to counseling or therapy, filling in the gaps of the times of desperation is so important when your cousin is going through what she is going through. Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with seeking, help in that sense, professional or otherwise, right? Because I think the most dangerous part is just dwelling in that, just staying in that in that pool of drowning in that pool and just
Yes,
deciding not to move. I think that's the more dangerous part. She also says also having a free space where she feels completely safe to be weak. Absolutely, that is absolutely pivotal. Everyone has strength and can pull through lots of things, but there are times that people should. Agreed. Like I feel like I want to say I feel like I can handle a lot of situations well, but I think there are
hmm
times where I can't, and that's why I appreciate times in like motivation station, times with spending times with my friends or my
yes,
wife or my kid, where
I
it
know.
helps.
Yes,
You good over
it's
there?
just me going through my stuff, looking for some things.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but otherwise, I'm listening, and I definitely appreciate the support. And sometimes we need to hear people around us. We have some
Mm-hmm.
hey, you okay? It's okay. What we're going through, it's okay. And now it's a choice for you to make. If you're not that happy, what can you do? Can you change it? If you're not changing it, why you're not loving yourself enough to change the situation? You know? And that's a good thing to ask yourself. Why you're still sitting where you're sitting and you are okay with what's happening to you, people not treating you right, people not, it's like, why? And then you like, boom, and then answer comes in and like, okay.
Mm. I agree. Sorry, I was listening. Oh, and Gina also says also there's really nothing you can do to fix someone's situation. They have to navigate it. Having the support of friends and loved ones is so important to help them cope. Yeah, that's what we are talking
hmm
about earlier as well, Gina. Where like we might not be able to fix it, we might not be able to offer solutions, but just being there for someone makes that much of a difference, which is what we were talking about. And sorry, I was like looking out the window because I can kind of see like my neighbors
I'm
behind me.
looking for the case
So
of my damn earbuds. It's just,
no, 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 you're good. No, so I'm looking out the window, and I think my neighbor just bought a
where put
new
it.
my neighbor
Okay.
just bought a new car, and like it's
Mm.
freezing outside, and he's just standing there appreciating his car. He's just like looking at it,
Oh,
and I'm like, I know that feeling. I've done that plenty of times with the cars I've bought. So it's fun to see. And now he went inside because it's too cold. Good for him. Anyway, um, that was cute, but no, so like I said, I agree with you that I think it's important that people understand that like in its own way we can be our own sunshines for other people. But definitely, and we said it before, don't burn yourselves to keep others warm, which is what I think safe to say is what I was doing. Now I'll be my own sunshine and I'll give warmth to whoever comes my way, and give clouds to
Goodness
people who
you.
don't want it, you know?
Everyone who's Antarctica here, have it.
Uh, I could wish I wish I say it's working, but a cold breeze just came in. I'm freezing. It was so cold
Yeah,
that I actually like normally I'll have like iced coffee or something like that. I had to make like espresso. It was too cold
a
to
little
do.
tea. Yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
Mhm.
I honestly thank you for even having this conversation. Like I'll say it to you just because now I feel even more better about my entire situation, and I'm happy that you were able to make it out there, and I'm happy that you guys were able to swing by for the podcast a little bit to chat and check up on us and see Rose trespassing. It's all fine, like it's all good manners, and we had a good time here. And how long are you staying out there?
I'm going to be here till Monday. Monday's my flight.
Hmm.
So I'm going to be here today is what, Saturday. So I have today tomorrow to catch up on my tan. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I think it will. Because I already feel the sun all of my, which is beautiful. And tomorrow is the Super Bowl. Guys, really enjoy it. What is your
Yeah.
team? Seahawks or Patriots? Which one?
So neither
Which one you
I'm
rooting for?
neither of the teams are ones I directly
No
follow.
Eagles?
But yeah, like from what I read and the little I've seen between the two teams, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a very close game because both teams are doing very well. Uh, I don't really have a team I'm rooting for per se, but I think both of them it's gonna be a close game. I do think it's gonna be a close game. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, I'm gonna read a few more comments before we start
Yeah, please,
getting
because I
to the
don't
end.
see no comments.
Yeah, I got you.
Hello, motivated people. Definitely appreciate every single
Uh,
person.
Gina
Comment,
says
like, share.
Don't pressure them. Let them come to you when they're ready or when they need it. It's understandable that sometimes you're not going to be available for them, but them just knowing that you're available means the world to them because it helps them feel like they're not alone, and most importantly, allows them to feel to not feel ashamed of what they're going through or feeling. Yeah, and sometimes it takes some effort to go through those moments of being vulnerable to understand that it's okay to feel that way. It took me a couple efforts to be like, it's fine for me to not be strong. It's fine for me to feel weak at
Yeah,
times and not being able
and
to
that's
hold it
what I'm
together.
gonna learn right now. Yeah,
Yeah. So like it took some effort. I'm not gonna lie, it took some effort, but and then it took more effort to understand that I there's people I care about that I could reach out to, and sometimes they're unavailable, and that's fine, right? But I know for a fact that if it was ever the opposite way, that I would probably be the opposite. I'd probably reach out. I would take whatever time I can, even if I'm at work, if I'm busy. If somebody calls me and they're like, "Hey, I need you. I need to talk to you. I need something." Of course, I'll do whatever I can in my power to be there. Um,
yeah,
Gina also says too many situations where people say you'll be okay, you'll move on, and you'll get over it. Yes, eventually it is less raw, and they'll be able to move through it. Some things you never get over. I mean, outside of that, Gina, I think it's more important to understand that instead of telling people you'll get over it, you'll get through it, right? It's okay to be where you are. I think
like I
saying that.
usually what I want to say is accept it.
I
Accept the
I I,
situation
I won't I
first.
won't even say
Not get
accept
over
it.
it. Accept. But as a therapeutical thing to say, it's just accept it happens.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
lizard. Hello, lizard. But
uh
just accept, it's a situation right now. What she needs to do is accept that it's happened. There's
it's
nothing you can do about it.
yeah,
You
no, but
can't change what's
no,
happened.
no, no. So like to a level, I'll say acceptance is fine, right? Like because you do have to accept it. I agree, right? But you don't have to accept it like right off the bat. And what I mean by that is like you can dwell in whatever situation you're feeling, right? And like you don't want someone to like just accept what happened because sometimes that's too raw and it hits, right? So like I don't want to
But
use this as an example,
I
right?
understand, but it
But
doesn't
like
stay raw.
like like your cousin's situation, you don't want them to accept what happened right away. You want them to understand what happened, and they
Of
have to
course, there's
dwell in it a little bit. Eventually, of course, they have to accept it, but you don't want them to do it right away, because that acceptance, if in that situation there, would hurt a lot, in ways that we can't understand, right? I agree with you wholeheartedly, Rose, that you do have to accept situations, right? But you don't go to someone and say you just need to accept what happened. You can't just say that, right? You can say, I'm there for you. It's okay where you're at. No one's gonna understand what you're feeling except for you. I'll be here if you need me. I'll be here if you want to talk to me. I'll be here
Yes.
if you want to vent, right? But you don't, like, what happened. Don't just take it in and be like, that's it. I lost what I lost and that's it. Like, that's a very dangerous situation. And I know you don't mean it like that, but what I'm explaining is that, like, sometimes you just have to let people
Go
walk.
gradually.
Yeah, you got to let people like walk through and just offer your hand. And if they want to take your hand, great. If they don't want to take your hand, that's fine. But your hand will be there, right? So like, that's what I mean is, like, you don't have to tell them, hey, you'll get over it, hey, you'll get through it, right? Because we might mean that in good nature, right? We might mean that like we want you to get through it because you're tough, you're a tough person, you're a very strong person, you can get through it, right? And it's not that we doubt that they're not strong enough, but at this moment they're not there, so you can't push them to get there. They'll get there at their own pace. It could be today, could be tomorrow, could be in 3 months, doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
I
Everything.
think
Beautiful
I,
phrase.
I,
Timing is timing.
time exactly, timing is timing, but I think more than anything, the best thing you can do for them is for them to understand that you're there, right? Like, you can just hold your hand out for them and they can take it or not. And like, I think we're the type of people that if you don't take my hand, I'm okay with that. Or if you don't take my hand and walk past me, I'm still going to hold my hand out, right? And if you come back and you're like, you know what, I want to take your hand, I'm not going to be like, it's too late. My hand was there for a while and I'm getting tired. Obviously you don't want to, burn yourself out to keep others warm, like I said before. But like, for me, I'll always want to hold my hand out to be there for people, right? And I
Yes.
think that's what people need more than anything. um yes, Gina, Rose is trespassing, but we don't talk about that. um the situation is going to take a bit of settlement to accepting it, yeah, just like we were saying. uh
Thank you, Gina. I really appreciate it.
yeah, but tough the like, I don't want to say it like this, but like, tough situations don't last, but tough people do, right? But I am gonna put everyone in your life, in my prayers, especially your cousin. It's
Thank you.
it's 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 I can't even understand, and I'm trying to, like, I find the right words, and I'm over here and I glanced up for a second and I have like a post. You know what The Simpsons is, right? Like the cartoon show,
Yeah.
The Simpsons. So I have a thing that when I started working from home, I have a poster up that Homer had in an episode. At like I'm sure you know Simpsons. So Homer works in a nuclear factory. He's not happy there. It's very tough for him, but he took the job because he had his daughter, and it was tough for him to accept the fact that he's stuck working there, and he had left the job to follow his dreams. But when he had his daughter, it was like he didn't have enough money to support his family, so he went back. So Mr. Burns gave him a banner that said, don't forget, you're here forever, right? To make him accept that, hey, you're stuck here, right? Homer put a bunch of pictures of Lisa, right? Oh, sorry, not Lisa, Maggie, his daughter, and
Yeah.
he covered some of the words, and now it says, "Do it for her," instead of "Don't forget, you're here forever." So, damn, it's hard to not get emotional when I tell that story. But now it's like, every time
Yeah.
I think about tough situations, I look at that. So I can't picture how your cousin feels when she had this dream of this, right? So
It was 1 week away,
yeah,
and waking up from the surgery that they had for her, she probably first thing she asked is like, "Where's my baby?"
yeah,
Imagine you waking up
and yeah,
and I just pray that nobody goes through the pain. I'm The good news is she does have 2 kids. The good news, she has a loving husband. And it's just too many things happened while during the pregnancy. My mom passed. She was a mom for everybody. She was 2 months pregnant. My cousin that was killed in the war, that's her brother. That's her little brother, right? He was buried on September 9th, which a couple of months later, right? It's everything. And she lost her own mom in 2021. So it's just all of that compiled together, plus obviously the blood pressure was going up every time the baby was growing. She couldn't control that either. You never know. Stress and everything will definitely kill you. And for us to learn how to co-op with the stress, it's probably another thing in our society which I would suggest to learn. To
Yeah,
learn how to cope with stress. Because stress is definitely, it's not what we eat, it's not what we watch, and what do we do? It's
yeah.
stress and
It's
how we handle it.
it's probably one of the biggest like killers to everything, right? Not just like life itself, but like motivation, inspiration, anything, you know? Um and like I mean definitely since I started the podcast, it's stress has been a little bit more on the back burner, which is good. And you know, sometimes it hits like these situations. Like I know even
Yes,
you were stressed, like even like last week and stuff like that. And I don't think we'll ever hit a point that we won't be stressed, but I think we'll hit better points that we'll be able to handle it better, which we
yes,
have been. And like look at where I am now and
100%.
look at where you are now, you know? If we weren't the same people about how we handle stress, we wouldn't be where we are now. So I think we're getting better for sure. But definitely, you know, your cousin's in our prayers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we have a new guest, it's the lizard. It's a beautiful stone in front of main stones. And this lizard's been sitting on that stone beautifully.
Lizard's like, I want to be on the podcast too. No, no. But
Yes, why not? Why
yeah.
not? And I'm super happy that no cop showed up yet saying like, hey, you should not be here. But we're here on this beautiful West Palm Beach where I am right now. And Trump's residence like near me. And that's the private beach for him and his people. Thank you, Mr. Trump, for letting me be here for at least
A little bit of time to enjoy the
a little
sunshine and
bit
the
of
beach.
time to enjoy this beautiful podcast and share here. We are uh, filming today in this beautiful ocean. I want to send you a great vibe. I want to say everything in life happens and happens for a reason, and for a great reason. Take it with a grain of salt. Just take it rationally. Be emotional, but take it rational as well. Because my heart was bleeding for him and they listened. The only thing you can do is share your knowledge and be there for her and be a therapy sessions so she can ease her pain. And I want to thank everyone for liking, commenting, sharing our podcast, investing your time, being here, present with us in the chat room. We always value your words, your quotes, your stories, and your emotions because we're all human beings. One thing I
Mm.
want to say, we are all human beings and you're allowed to be yourself. Allow yourself to be yourself. You want to cry, cry. You want to be sad, be sad. You want to scream, scream. You want to laugh, laugh. My friend was like, you're so loud. I'm not being me. And if you don't like me being a little like being myself, then it's just the way it's not the way I will put it notch it down maybe, which I wasn't even allowed. I was just friendly with people,
No, I mean,
and
listen,
which is fine.
more,
I
more,
was
more.
just friendly.
m-
The lady was sitting next to me, and I asked her, "Where should I go tomorrow
Yeah, no,
to have a beautiful visual?" And that's all I asked. Oh, we were, people
yeah.
always have something to say. We were watching a concert. We were talking. We didn't hear it. She didn't hear. I said, it's okay. It's her story and it's her system, belief system that thought maybe the person was uncomfortable, but she was comfortable. And in the end, she said, if you would be living next to me, I would have taken you. You
Mm.
know what I mean? So the person was actually really um, comfortable with me. And she even complimented me on my dress. And anyway, and
So yeah,
what I was trying to say with this, that it's okay to be yourself. And be yourself more. And you should not stop doing because people tell you something or the opinions of others. People will always have opinions. And the best part is their opinions are always changing. They won't even remember what they tell you 5 years ago, but you're
yeah.
still thinking about it. You know what I mean? Oh, somebody's walking by
Oh yeah,
here.
somebody walked by.
Oh,
Yeah, the one person.
right. It's a lady. And
Yeah.
she's a nice lady.
Yeah, she didn't
She's a
say anything.
French
She didn't,
lady.
I think she might have glanced over before, but that's about it. But no, I mean I agree because there's times where people would tell me, or not people would tell me, but like I don't think you should have to change yourself to appease to other people, right? And listen, there's people I've known for a while, and they're like, you know what, like I don't like this part of you, and I'm like, that's fine. Like you don't have to accept all that, We make whatever peace we have with each other, and be that way. So, you know, um, Bernie Mac said it best. He said, if people don't love you for being yourself, f them. Like, like he just said it just like that, and I'm like, you know what, I agree. Like, it like I think somebody had once said like I read like things online, and it's like when your kid is loud, when your kid is like happy to be loud and sing and talk to themselves and do whatever, like when I'm in public, people are like, oh, you need to control your kid. I was like, my kid's not doing anything. They're happy, they're living their life, right? And my kid is like being like not like loud to be disrespectful, but she'll like be loud to me, and like we'll kind of like talk to each other, whatever. And I'm like, that just shows like a really healthy relationship, that like my kid feels comfortable enough to be safe and be like, I can be loud, I can do this and stuff like that. But like honestly, the people who love us and respect us and want us to be around, they'll be around. And those people who don't want us around, that's fine. Do your own thing, find your own happiness. I don't, if I'm not part of it, that's
Find your
cool,
own
right?
happiness.
So, like, especially when, like, I maybe it's just me hitting me, but like, I think there were times where I held expectations because I felt like I grew close with people, and I was like, if I'm ever down, I know I can reach out to you, and not that they let me down, but then I started to understand that they have their own lives. Like my friend that I had called, and they're like, I'm working. I didn't hear from them for a few days, and then they started texting me. But like, I'm not gonna hold it against them that they didn't contact me a few days ago.
Yeah.
We just talk like as if nothing happened. But like in my head, I'm like, if anything, I just have to understand that if I'm feeling this down, like I'm still gonna reach out, and if it just maybe they might not be available to talk to me then, and so be it. I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not gonna hold it against them. But anyway, long story short, yeah. At the end of the day, we do what we can with what we have, and life is nothing but sunshine and love, right? And the sunshine can be cold or it can be warm, but it's just
And you
sunshine
can
and love at the
create,
end of the day.
as I always say, you bring your own weather everywhere you go.
It's not.
So
It looks
create the
so.
weather.
It looks so
Create
nice
the
out.
weather.
It looks so nice out. So after this podcast, I'm taking my friend to a beer garden in Jersey City. And it
No.
looks nice. It looks peaceful. It looks sunny out. I can hear the wind. I know I'm gonna have to like triple bundle up before I go out.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna
This
be a
lady is
cold day.
probably coming towards me be like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. Listen, and that was another thing too, right? That like you will just like like you have such that personality like I have, where like you know, like when I went to Cape May that one time, right? And me, my daughter, and my wife were sitting, and it was packed. The place was packed, and a lady came to us, and she's like, "Can I sit with you guys?" Right? She asked the
Yeah.
table in front of us before that, and they said, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm here with my dad or whatever," right? And she came to us next, and she came to sit with us, and I was like, "Yeah, don't care. You can join us, right? Very kind lady. She started talking to us, and she's like, "You guys are super nice," and she asked for fun. We had some small conversations, but I was just like, I didn't think much of it, but she just really appreciated it, and I'm like, I'm glad we're approachable enough. She talked to my daughter. She talked to my wife. She asked us about us. We had a good time in general, right? So like you radiate that too. I'm sure everywhere you go, if you talk to people, like you radiate that kind of like, hey, like you're fun to be around, you're fun to be with.
Yeah, well,
That's
thanks for
that's what kind of like
that.
attracted like me to you in that sense, right? Like when we first met, like I didn't hang out because of our situation. I hung out because I'm like, yo, Rose is a cool ass person that I can talk to, and I look forward to talking to you more. And then we hung out more, and now here we are doing a podcast together. Like,
Yes, I'm grateful.
that's the shit that kind of like grew from that kind of relationship, which is awesome. So, the people that matter. Wait, what's the saying for that?
Matter the most.
No, 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 no. It's like shit. It's like the people who matter will stick around, and the people who don't stick around don't matter, or some shit like that. I forgot how the saying
Oh,
goes.
okay.
The people who care, the people who matter will care. The people who don't care don't matter. Sound like that. It was something like that. So that's a good takeaway. Is that give love, give this definitely to those people who want to be there for you, want to like talk to you. Like the fact that somebody called me and was like, "Hey, call me." Did he want to come closer, or what are
I
you
want
trying
to
to show
show
me?
you. I'm trying to show you what I delivered, what I promised,
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
delivered.
yeah. Gina, she delivered the pine. Not pine. What the hell trees are they? I just left my mind. You know the trees we're talking
Palm
about.
trees.
Palm trees. Jeez,
Palm trees.
I don't know how that left my mind. It's been a long day.
And a
The day just
beautiful
started.
clear
But
water.
anyway, we want to thank you guys for coming through. Gina, thank you for coming by. Especially, listen, better like you said, better late than never. Um, Rose, thank you for joining even in these tough times, and thank you for sharing your sunshine and your
Yes,
adventure with us.
I'm definitely
Um,
grateful.
and we're eternally grateful that you guys are part of our motivation station. You guys watch our videos whether live or after. um I just want to thank the station itself as a just therapy to myself. Sometimes it happens to me at work, but it happens to me here more than work. But sometimes I'll talk to people and explain situations, or I'll talk about something, and then I feel better letting it out at work, but I feel eternally better when I let it out on the podcast. So I appreciate the space that exists that we started a year ago, more than a year ago now. So thank you for that. And I want to say cheers. Cheers on my behalf. You
Thank
don't
you,
have
thank you,
anything. Oh,
thank
do you
you
have
so
anything?
much. I
Oh, yeah, your water.
do,
Okay.
I
With your
do. I have my
little thing.
beautiful water,
There you
and
go.
it actually keeps the temperature the same, which is great. And I definitely grateful for Abby's work. I'm really grateful for her presence, for what we have, and this this what we have community and station, the motivation station, station for motivation. And you can be yourself, and you definitely can see a situation from different angles. I appreciate every single person supporting, praying, because we all go through things. We all go through things.
Mm,
And it's okay to share your things and say, hey, listen, this is what I'm going through. And for me, it's like, okay, this is what's happening, and
mm,
I can accept it. And now I know what to do next because
mm,
I know what I can do. And I know what I can do. I'm doing it, and I'm releasing it. And here we are in a beautiful space. We really appreciate every single one listening our Spotify. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube every single Saturday, 11 a.m. It could be any background, anytime,
yeah, yeah.
which
I've
is
seen
the
the
beauty of our internet, right?
I've seen the world
And
around you at this point.
yes, and the people that join in, they can join from any part of the world as long as YouTube is letting you be there.
Yeah.
All right, which is amazing. And thank you, thank you. I just thank every single person again. I am grateful, not enough, because sometimes we just don't know how to handle the situation. come to the
Yeah,
station, bring it on. We'll figure it out. You
we'll
can
figure it out.
figure anything out in life. Everything is solvable.
And
Where entrance, there's an exit.
more so than not, if we can't figure it out, we'll get through it together. We will always
We'll
get through it
create the
together.
we'll create the exit.
We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. But
We'll figure something out.
we'll get through it together. But I just want to say,
Yeah.
tune in next week for sure, to continue our adventures in February of sharing love and compassion. We appreciate you guys coming by. Cheers. I have
Cheers.
my
Enjoy your
Monty
Super Bowl
Python
party.
cup here. Cheers to you guys. We love you, and we hope that you have a motivated day. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Bye bye, guys. Thank you.